Yo, what is going on, guys? Tizzy Ty here bringing another life story, and today's life story commentary topic is probably the time I could have died, but it was very unlikely because we got help in time. So stay tuned for the great life story that I have for you guys. It's a very interesting story overall, and I'm sorry if I sound a little bit sick in this commentary. I'm actually have a cold right now. But yeah, guys, let's get straight into the video. So actually, believe it or not, it happened to me on vacation, and it was on the second day of vacation. I remember we were like getting settled in, and on the first day we went to the store and we got like some food and stuff to bring back to our hotel or whatever. And so it was in the morning. This happened to me when I was probably like, I don't know, I'd say 10 or 11 years old. And so I went in the kitchen to get breakfast because I usually like wake up before everyone else like in my family. I wake up like at 7 o'clock, and I always like as soon as I get up, I have to get something to eat. Like that's what I had to do. And then so I go straight to the kitchen. I just grab like a few peanuts to like snack on or whatever. And I'm still hungry, so I go in the cabinet and I grab like a protein bar or something like that, power bar or whatever you want to call it. And it had cashews on the top. And at the time, I didn't know that I was like highly allergic to cashews or tree nuts. And so I end up eating the bar or whatever. And I wait like a couple minutes, and like as like time goes on, I'm like having like the hardest time breathing. And so I remember waking up my mom and telling her like I can't breathe, like I'm having a lot of trouble breathing, and like my face is like so swelled, and my like throat swelled, and my lips are swelled. They're like all puffy and stuff. So I go and wake up my mom, and she's really concerned. She's like giving me some medicine and stuff. I don't really remember what it was, but it keeps getting worse, and I'm like, as time goes on, like I said, I'm still like having lots of trouble breathing. And so she goes and wakes up my dad, and we get up and we're trying to find like the nearest hospital or emergency room, and we can't find it. And so we're driving down the road, and we stumble across an ambulance, and we go over to the ambulance. We're asking, we're like, hey, my son's like having a lot of trouble breathing. Can you take us to the hospital, or can you tell us where the nearest hospital is? So they said they'd take us to the nearest hospital, and the nearest hospital was like 30 minutes away. And so they get me seated in the ambulance or whatever, and they want to take an IV or whatever so they can put like Benadryl in me and all different kinds of medication to help me breathe and like reduce the swelling. And so they couldn't find a vein on me, and so they kept like having to poke my arm. And I mean, blood was going everywhere. And it was just a really disgusting sight to see, because there was blood all over the bed that I was laying on. There was blood all over my shirt, my pants. It was terrible. And so we end up getting to the hospital, and we figure out that I'm like highly allergic to tree nuts. And I just remember I remember this part, like I just could not stop throwing up. I kept throwing up, and I was having trouble breathing, and so they had to like get me hooked up on this breathing machine, I think, until like some of the swelling went down. And I didn't get to go home until the morning. And then it was a terrible experience overall. My parents were like super worried about me. They didn't know what was going on, and it really sucks that we were on vacation too. It's just really unlucky. But kind of a funny story too. We were going home in the morning, and I was like so out of my mind. I was like drugged up on like Benadryl. I was just completely out of my mind and didn't know what was going on. And so when we parked into the hotel room, my mom was telling me that when we were going back walking to our room, I tried to open up someone's car, and their car alarm ended up going off at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So they came out of their hotel room, because their car was right next to the hotel room, and they're like, hey, what's going on? And then my mom had to like explain to them what we've been through, and like I came home from the hospital, I was out of my mind or whatever. And yeah, that's a pretty crazy life story. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and it helps me out. But yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next video, and I'm out. Peace.